My name again remains Benson Usman, and with me is Mr. Kingsley, who is the head of marketing in Shelter Group Limited. And we have an amazing guest in our midst, a barrister of the law, and his name is Barrister
Maxwell, Okpara, Ph.D.
And we have the MD of Shelter Group Limited as well as the CEO. You are welcome to this evening broadcast, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Thank you so much, sir. Barrister Maxwell, we're talking about real estate and the governing law in Nigeria. And Mr. Kingsley, in the last episode, raised an issue, very, very dicey issue that has to do with a clause in the Land Use Act that has to do with owning land in Nigeria for 99 years. And he raised an eyebrow there. What can you say about real estate and the law in regards to that?
Well, generally, Land Use Act has caused a lot of problem when it comes to general transaction of land in Nigeria. Now, if you watch the advanced country of the nation, they improve their laws. Land Use Act was single-handedly produced by Obasanjo in 1978, and we call it Laws of the Federation, which since 1978, now you ask yourself, what was the position of FCT in 1978? Now, Land Use Act never have this pre-information that FCT will be like this today.
Exactly.
What have they been doing? These are some of the acts, because when you're talking about land, that is where everything that has to do with business anchored on. Now, Land Use Act now say that all the lands in every state, in urban area in every state, belongs to the office of the governor. While the lands in rural areas belongs to the office of the local authorities, the local government and the local chiefs. Now, the same Land Use Act failed to define what is urban area. If you come to a state I came from, Imo State, we have Owerri urban, we have Olo urban, we have Okiwe urban, we have Mbise urban. What constitutes urban area? Now, the same Land Use Act said all the whole lands in FCT belong to the office of the FCT minister. And there is no rural area. All the lands in FCT belong to the is presumed to be urban. There is no urban or rural area. That's why you now see that area council chairman cannot allocate the land. Chiefs, Menwa, emirs, the Madakis cannot allocate a land. Yet the same law recognizes original inhabitants of FCT. So the point I'm making is that the real estate developer, now that the Land Use Act of 1978 has created a problem. A law, my brother, can you wear a clothes you bought 1978? Not talk about law.
Impossible.
A law that changes now that they fail to amend it
In an evolving society.
Yes.
Yes.
Can't somebody approach Supreme Court?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, for Supreme Court to make a declaration, to declare that this, so that it will form part of the law.
I want to ask this. We already established the fact that this Land Use Act is an impediment to economic growth in the sector, in the real estate sector. And what are the actual, can we outline maybe 3 to 4 of how this law is impeding growth in the real estate industry?
I
think it's more like
I've said it now.
What would the investors do? Exactly. Because having said that, if you're buying properties right now, you are just at your own risk.
Yes, now.
So what would an investor? What do you advise people who wants to buy properties in Abuja? Because people still want to buy property in Abuja.
Now, see.
So how are they safe?
Now, see. I wrote a memo. In fact, I won't call it a memo. I can say it's a law. I cooled down because when I started practicing law here, I know that there's going to be a problem. You know that Use market is not supposed to be there. Use market. In Abuja master plan, Wuse market is not supposed to be there. You know, Otako market is not supposed to be there. Go and check the real Abuja plan. Forget about all this and that. So I now wrote a comprehensive, in short, law. I submitted that law during what's the name? David Mark. When David Mark was the Senate President, I submitted it when I think Tabo was the Speaker. Submitted it to them. I was moving, asking them to call for public hearing to get this sorted out. Do you know that the then chairman, Senate Committee on Public Petition, said that I should lobby them? A law that I have known, I'm not into real estate, that will help, because I have seen that this thing is creating more problems.
Exactly.
Many people have died. Many people have died as a result of they lose their money. We are trying to invest. Now the real estate we have, more Adam and Mbaka and what have you, they're supposed to come together, get these laws, go to National Assembly, lobby. All those hungry, this thing, now how much will it take you? If you bring out 200 million or 200 million, you get this thing. Because most of the time, they don't even know what they are signing.
Mm-hmm.
All those people that are saying there, that we just recruited, they don't even know. Oh, the people that carry ballot box for governor, so you are lawyer, go to Abuja. Most of them don't even know why they are there. So it is take advantage of that, give them, they will lobby them, they will enact it, so that your business will be protected. Because it's not one thing is for you to have a mass house and building house, giving people, or I hear them say. Another thing is to get it protected. It is not my business, it's their business. When you get this law, this legal framework, get it out, before they enact it, change that land use act. It will now limit the power of a FCT minister in respect to land. Do you know why Wike is doing this thing? Wike is doing this thing based on FCT Act and FCT and Land Use Act. That's why he's doing all this thing. Go to the state and see what people are passing through.
Doc, are we saying that the Land Use Act is actually affecting the real estate and investment?
Of course.
In Abuja particularly?
Yes.
And
because where there is a lacuna, going by where we are operating from.
Yes.
You know, when we are talking about law, our people, if I should use Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu said that our people fail to be civilized. If it's in America, in Britain now, everybody know the right thing to do. You don't even need any law. In fact, if in the train station, if you finish eating something, you hold it. If you are coming out, you will be looking for where you have dustbin.
A trash bin.
But here, you will just dump it because nobody cares. The point I am making in respect to that is that we need law. And our law should be specific. Specific.
Yes.
I hear them saying, it's not about getting 2 or 3 serious guys who are well grounded in researching. Check what is obtainable here, check what is obtainable, check what, bring it here, reconcile it with this, where it will even affect other states.
You see, looking at the impediment of the act and the governing law on real estate in Nigeria, the CEO of Shelter Group Limited, how have you been, finding this as an operator in the real estate industry?
The thing is that I just realized that generally speaking, the law, has its way of affecting, like, when Barrister was talking about the limited power that the area councils have. Sometimes people ask, why do people prefer to buy area councils property and FCDA property? Then that is where the pricing comes in.
Okay.
People find these area councils easy to purchase, and the prices are very friendly compared to the FCDA properties. Do you understand? Now, the power has been taken from the area councils back to the FCDA, that's to the minister directly. So it has all been challenged all the way. Trust me, it has all been challenged. So if, by the grace of God, something is being done about the Land Use Act, but just like Barrister said, it's going to go a long way to correct a lot of mess, because, trust me, a lot of people have their money up to today being tied down in purchasing properties. I'm telling you, a lot of people have their money. In fact, some people who started having heart attacks, when places have been demolished, without compensation. Because part of the thing I wanted to ask Barrister is that, how come these people do these things without even considering the fact that people, have invested their monies in these places? You understand? So it's a nightmare, it's a nightmare. But I believe, working with someone like him, with time, most of these laws are going to be challenged,
Definitely.
and something will be done about it.
And then talking about FCDA and area council land, how have you been having this possibility of people at the receiving end buying land from real estate operators? Is there any issue of pricing, difficulty, and all of that?
Yes, I'll give you a figure. For a basic 500 square meter, that you want to buy from area council, it ranges from the 5 million naira to 1.5, some depending on the area.
Okay.
But this same 500 square meter, there are places in that has FCDA allocations that you cannot get it less than 200 million.
Wow.
Yes. And if you buy a 500 square meter for 200 million, and you buy a 500 square meter for 1.5 million naira, and you want to build the same prototype, like let's say you want to build 5 bedroom fully detached duplex, it's the same amount though. You're going to spend the same amount in building
In erecting the structures.
I'm telling you, you're going to spend the same amount building in the same place you bought for 1.5 and 200 million naira. So now you see that when people talk about land being affordable, it is the area council lands that are bid that you can be affordable.
Exactly. From the narration.
Not the FCA properties.
Wow. So it means it's affecting the end users in a way.
Yes, it's affecting the end user because the patronage kind of dropped, and all of that. It's not everybody who wants to buy land today that will be able to afford it. Some people will tell you, I want to buy this land, but their budget is not within what they want. That's what the problem is.
Okay.
So, but there is something I wanted to ask Barrister. Over the news, I heard about this Minister of Finance Housing Initiative thing. Is it MRAN? Is it MRAN they call it? Minister of Finance Housing something. The government wants you to pay 10%. They buy the house for you upfront and all of that. Have you heard about this, sir?
A lot of policies of government that I'm not interested in, and I won't be interested in any government. Because one, government is a association. You are even talking about real estate. Can I tell you where government, that of civil defense, government agency brought out this policy? They will pay. People pay half. Why they will be taking it. At the end of the day, the next government will come and remove everything, cancel everything. You will not see your money. You won't even question. Is here now in Nigeria? So that's why most of the times when they are saying this thing, if we have leader, that is one. Then two, people who are doing business, people that are doing business, their business should be protected, for goodness sake.
So how do you do that?
How you do that is that just like what is happening, almost all the whole real estate, I challenge them, what is their legal department doing? Is it to collect 10% and draft, go to system and draft power of attorney, changing them some address and print? Is that what they brought to there? You should be able to think about how to move that part. This is where you are eating. In fact, one of the biggest real estate, this thing I will have, the lawyer called me this morning. I took them to court. They brought a place. They said, pay a particular amount of money, which my client paid. All of a sudden, they changed the policy. My client paid. Then they changed the other policy. My client said that it's not paying. They said that they are refunding my client's money. My client told me this. I said, move into that property. Move into that place. Be in possession. So as if I now file action against them, put them on the defensive side. We are in court. He started calling me. I said, guy, what are you even doing in that place? Just sell property, get 10%, go to car stand, go and buy a Jeep, put NDA front and back. That's what you are there to do. You have not even, have you ever have a meeting with the MD and the management team of that company on how to move this thing forward? You should be able to say, Oga, if you can, draft law, prepare a law, Land Use Act, amended 2025. Oga, can you people call one or two persons, can you move this thing? They ask you, go to National Assembly, right there, meet one or two, meet the Senate President, talk to the person who is in charge. Oga, we need this thing. Tell me the reason why this thing will benefit him. Go to Abbas, meet him, discuss with the chairman, Senate Committee on Land, House Committee on Land, discuss with them. Lobby them. Lobbying is it not a part of a legislative distance?
It's a
You
process. It's part of the process.
you lobby them. They come for the first and the second hearing and they enact it. Send it to the president. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Talk to some other persons there who are very close to Sheyi and those who are close to the president. Do the lobbying. They will sign it so that you now know that your business has been secured. Not you creating problems. Creating problems. The cases against FCDA in respect to land in only FCT, yeah, is not less than 7,000.
It's more than that.
Double allocation. The other time they said, was it what the refer call that revitalization? That one I don't know whether they are doing it. Then the other FCT minister, I think Balama brought Olanswap Abi actress. The one they call it is the one at Maitama. You know,
Barrister, that means a whole lot of onus lies on the real estate.
it's their business.
Yes.
It's their business now.
To go into moving necessary laws that will guide the act.
Like if you see most of the times when policy comes up and it's going to affect what you are doing, you challenge it.
Okay.
Are you know what I'm saying? Somebody just posted yesterday in our platform that those that are qualified for SAN, that they ask them to go for the DSSS security check. I posted in our platform, and some people, I said, you people are disappointing me. What kind of lawyers are you producing? I hear them saying, dog who said that if to say no be eye when open, therefore just the kind they give offering for church, like good. Because one, what does DSSS has to do with you? The qualification, the requirements, the procedure for becoming an SAN is there stated in the law. Out of that requirement, where did they say that you should go for DSSS security? Then do you know who is going to screen you? Somebody who made the necessary qualification, have all the whole this, and then they pass your body of bench privileges committee. You pass, they say you are fit and proper. Only for you to go to DSSS. The director now sent you to one guy with school cert that just entered it. The guy will start and start screening you. I said, okay, from what I'm seeing, you are not qualified. He will write a negative report against you. What will happen? I ask them in our platform. So the thing there is that any business you are doing, you should know the legal framework that is happening. In fact, when a matter that has to do with land is going to, from High Court, going to Court of Appeal, at least, if I said, if you are in the legal department of a real estate developer, you should be able to get all the whole case, land-related cases in FCT. Ongoing. Land-related cases in Court of Appeal. What was the judgment in Court of Appeal?
But just like you said, we have a porous judicial system already. If you take that same issue to court, and then the power that be are also, the one controlling the court, what happens eventually?
Well,
and it has to do with the land.
Well, it depends.
All right.
I'm doing one currently. It's a popular thing where somebody, in quote, say that it was alleged that she is a girlfriend to the IGP. The pictures are there. I believe them. Do you know why I believe them? They show me pictures.
Okay.
Where he celebrated IG birthday. He showed me pictures where she was eating and dying with IG video. And she was moving with a truck of mopo. She went to forge my client's land documents in FCDA and used the same forged document and start selling the lands. So I entered into the matter. The threat was there that made some other lawyers to withdraw. When I came, I said, okay, we will know who owns this country. So when we begin to hit them from all angles, the EFCC chairman had to run away and arraign the woman in court. The IG had to arraign the woman in court because the petition was in EFCC and the police arraigned the woman in court. When they forfeit, there was another for forfeiture of that property. the FCC will follow it up, the publishing. That was last 2 weeks. So the point I am making is that it depends on, just like as I told you, how you want to practice your own distance. Because if you have a bad case, just like as you are now, I just collect your handset and walk away. I will tell you that my papa na Tinubu, and nothing will happen. And the broad daylight robbery that Maxwell came here, collect this handset, and be using it. Let me just use a car and be using it. Now my car be that too. The guy stole it and be using it. And somebody is telling you that he is the father is a distant. This is where activism will come in. This is where who are you will come in. I blame our colleagues, saying it with a low voice. Our law colleagues, they are not helping matters. Because you are a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. You are the voice of the voiceless. You are the mirror of the society. In those days, I could remember one of our brothers, late now. He was called to by 1965. When we come to church, we'll be looking at him. He said, if he asks a question, you cannot answer. I can't understand how the man will ask me a question I will not answer. We cherish him. He used to ride Volkswagen and 504. We'll be looking at him. He said, Lord, he read in London. The man, you know what I'm saying? If he come, police will hands off. But he's no longer. In fact, if you see most of our colleagues, they will go to police to see their client. Police will slap their client in their presence and say, okay, walk out here, go and wait for us in court. It's not everybody. It depends on. So if our colleagues, just like as we are saying it, we are paying it in the hard way, but no problem. Coming to here to tell people, say we don't have a functional judicial system. We are paying it in a hard way. I hear what I'm saying. Exactly. But when you ask us, we'll explain it, we'll prove it. That doesn't mean that we don't have people who are ready to do the work. But in where you have minority who are ready to do the work, the majority who are not ready to do the work will suppress them. That's the challenges we're having. Because look at what is happening in America. Trump will give an order, court will set it aside. Are we not seeing it?
Exactly.
Trump will give executive order, court will set it aside. Most of the decisions, Trump, you can see the one that has to do with his in-laws. I hear what I'm saying. Most of the decisions Trump wanted to take, he can't take them because you know what will happen in court.
And this, in an ideal society, these are, the essentials of checks and balances.
In the first instance, what do you mean by revoking? I'm just hearing it. For goodness sake, I do some matters there in UK, though I don't practice there, but I do some matters there. I'm yet to hear when they're talking about the revocation of land. Government, you allocated land for somebody, give the person paper. The person now do all the necessary paper, pay ground rent and everything, only for you to say that you have revoked. Were you blind when you are allocating? Is it not a grant? It's a criminal. If it's Jeremiah, you said that allocated this, why did you allocate this land?
And sir, you just mentioned something now. I don't know if it's peculiar in other civilized nations. The issue of ground rent, is it as well obtainable in civilized nations?
Yes, you pay ground rent.
Okay.
But even tax. In fact, in a civilized world, if you are invading tax, I will, because we are seeing it. You can't go to this thing, you are asking of taking light. Nobody take light. You cannot see pot roads. You see all those things. If you are sick, you don't have money, you go to hospital. So no, you'll be forced to be paying all those things. Why people are not paying tax here is that because after paying it, one expired criminal that's supposed to be in a mortuary or in 6 feet will just convert the money and you will not see it. Can you travel from here to east? Travel now. Travel from here to east. I'm not talking about kidnapping, bad roads, local jam. I hear them saying you continue to ask. There are some places, in fact, whether you like it, whether you hate Wike or you like Wike, at least it's working. Whatever thing I am not his fan and I will never be his fan, at least it's working. Had it been that
I can see it.
we have FCT ministers that are working like Wike since 1999 up to now, we wouldn't have been where we are today. You say yes, he's looting money, he's doing this, whatever thing that you are doing, you are talking on your own. The only thing there is that they say that somebody said, I don't know who is my mother's girlfriend. The only thing I need is that bread.
That's all.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know whether he's working or he's not working. The only thing there is that there's road. Oshafa road everywhere. Construction is going on.
Yes.
I give it to him. So that is just it.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, discussion is revolving on real estate and the law. And like I told you earlier, we have one of the leading real estate experts, who is also the CEO of Shelter Group Limited, in our midst. As we round off, sir, what can you summarize, especially for the listeners out there, to understand the issue that real estate is facing, and then how, as an expert and as well an operator of real estate company, is facing, and how you have been able to solve it to address their issue?
Okay. The thing I just want everybody to know is that in as much as we have all these lapses, and the laws that are going against the land vendors and the buyers, just know one thing: we have the right and capable legal strongholds that can help us navigate any challenges we're going to be having, in this process of land business. So we don't have a problem. So you can always invest with us, and be rest assured that, we'll deliver. That's right.
Thank you so much, sir, for having you on this show. Barrister Maxwell, what's that one word that you use as an assurance to all the vendors of real estate, and then the experts as well, those who are into real estate, especially the MDs, the CEOs, and all of that? What's just that one word you can use to reassure them on the issue that has to do with the law?
Let them, in their meeting, if they have an association, set up a think tank team of lawyers that will go and x-ray and come up with a legal framework in everything. Land use act, urban and regional planning act, and some other laws that regulate lands in FCT. I'm saying, let them go and come up with an amendment copy, a proposed amendment copy, send it. Let them push it at National Assembly, so that this issue of, because I don't understand how somebody will buy 1,000 square meters from their estate, borrow money, build it, probably 5-bedroom or 4-bedroom duplex, and is about to move in, only for grader to come
and bring it down.
How would you feel? Will another person, a foreign investor, come in? They are killing your business. So it is not left for you to do everything humanly possible to protect your business. Are you what I'm saying? That is my advice, and that's my parting words.
What's the last word you can say to the viewers out there?
Well, I can only say that as an investor or as a prospective investor, equip yourself in knowledge, understand the laws, understand the options that are available to you. And I believe that episodes like this would help to inform you and educate yourself. So just arm yourself with the right information.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're welcome to the show again. And listeners out there, we bring to an end this episode of Groove and Grit. And we actually, talking on real estate and the law. We expect to see your comment, your educative response in the comment section. Expect the next edition of Groove and Grit. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God.